Many right-leaning economists and analysts is that the only real number on this board, the only thing that you can really count, is right here.
All we've seen are $600 billion in tax increases. Those are in law. We haven't seen any entitlement reforms. We haven't seen anything other than promises in the other parts of the budget. We have yet to see spending cuts, and that's the problem. In the end, the only thing on the books that counts as deficit reduction would be the Medicare reductions. But remember, they turned around and spent that in the health care reforms.
Holtz-Eakin took to YouTube to explain two of what he called budget gimmicks in the president's deficit reduction plan.
Budget gimmick number one, worth $560 billion, is to count as money already spent, new spending on Medicare doctors, Pell Grants, and emergencies. Budget gimmick number two, worth $840 billion, is to count as budget savings the costs of not having operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, wars that were never going to happen anyway.
There is one number, though, the two sides seem to come close to agreeing to.
The consensus is we need about $4 trillion to stabilize our debt and our deficit. If the goal is to make sure that we are being responsible about our debt and our deficit, if that's the conversation we're having, I'm happy to have that conversation.
I would agree with the president. We need about $4.7 trillion to put America in safety again. And he raised $600 billion in taxes, so there is $4 trillion left to do. Where I would disagree is that we've made any real progress toward that. There haven't been any entitlement reforms. He's not interested in doing the discretionary spending cuts that are in the sequester. And so where are the spending cuts?
More on all this with the panel shortly.